This is the first match of Tempo Storm versus YOLO Miracle. The first match is going to be Reynad versus Sleepy Shaman.
Yeah, and Sleepy Shaman bringing the Shaman, but not starting with it. Gonna see the old Druid Mirror.
And this is the first Druid Mirror that we've seen that one player has wild growth and the other one doesn't, so
Yeah,
I think we're going to end up seeing just how much that decides.
yeah. Reynad gonna be cursing his luck. Just couldn't get the wild growth.
And he's just going to play the naked BGH. Not going to wait for that to get value on the
Yeah,
one target that Druid runs, which is Dr. Boom.
yeah. He felt that that was better than using Innervate on a 4 drop on turn 3. I think I agree.
Yeah, he's probably not going to make this attack if he drops the Shredder.
Yeah, he could Innervate Wrath. I don't really like it. Does play around something like Keeper of the Grove, I guess, but
But yeah, if you want to
okay,
play
he's
around
gonna
Keeper the
take it.
Grove, alright, wow. He wants to preserve the Shredder.
Yeah,
So this is him just taking the super aggressive route,
yeah,
which I sort of like because you see that your opponent has wild growth on two. You know that you're already behind. You know that you already have to
yeah.
start making aggressive plays.
Wow, that draw pretty solid from Sleepy Shaman. Turn
Definitely
5
not bad.
Ancient Allure. Oh my god.
I just want
Kazan
to know what
Mist.
I just want to know what their meta is like. Is it only Hunter and Mage?
It's only Kazan Mystics from non-secret decks. That's the whole meta.
You would think it would like figure itself out. Like, oh, that's a lot of Kazan Mystics. Let me just stop playing secrets.
Nope.
But I don't get it. Unless they might just think it's really strong for tournament formats. Maybe it's not even on ladder. It's a possibility.
Yeah. I mean, in this type of format, somebody's gonna have Hunter, somebody's gonna have Mage. So you're gonna run into a secret deck like one of your players is for sure.
Yeah.
So they'll have the Mystic into for that matchup. Still seems
Azure
like a
Drake,
good
one of the
call.
better top decks that Reynad could have got,
But
just
yeah,
because it allows him to not run out of steam.
yeah, that's really nice for energy. The swipe's gonna be good. On the other hand, actually, he doesn't need to go for it now. He's got another ancient lore. Okay, this is fine
Swipe
too.
is a clean
Yeah,
trade.
I mean the lore and then trading the shredder into the Drake was also pretty good.
Yeah.
Maintaining a board lead and playing your second ancient lore seems pretty strong. But this is
Reynad
good
needs
too.
like a lure off the top, like right now.
Badly.
Whoa,
Whoa.
that is not a staple.
Okay. Okay.
This means he's probably running Power of the Wild.
Power of the Wild. One would think.
Token Druid used to be one of the better decks in the meta way back, but
Yeah.
haven't seen it that much recently.
No. People just favoring the double combo with the shredders.
Yeah. It used to be the dream openings with Violet Teacher, Innervate, Coin, Power Wild, Power over Wild,
Yeah.
and you would just stare at a full board of three threes.
I don't think people stopped playing it because it was bad necessarily. I think it was just because it was less consistent.
Yeah, just
Then
you have better options now.
yeah, but yeah, this has much more potential with the draws you can get with the Val Teacher and Innervates and stuff. Oh man, this swipe is almost good, but I think he still has to play it.
How do you feel about going face here and hoping your next two
Well,
top decks are the combo?
that would be good. He,
That's
he
your
already
best
made an
chance.
attack with this Violet Teacher,
Yeah,
so
yeah. And he's playing Shao, so
yeah,
he's gonna go for the play where he just gets lore soon.
yeah, he needs to be able to refill his hand.
This is putting on a decent amount of pressure, though.
Yeah, I mean, if Savage Roar comes up, it's going to be a lot of damage. I mean, we are going to see a swipe, so second swipe. I mean, right now I was hoping he could avoid that, but it was not to be. Yeah, and this is ahead on cards, ahead on board. That's a good place to be in the Druid mirror. Reynad, probably
Yeah.
the worst top deck. Maybe Innervate was worse, but this is close.
Just looking at the lineups, I think I like Sleepy Shaman's lineup a little bit better than Reynad's.
Yeah, just
How it
against
matches
each
up,
other. Yeah,
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 against
yeah.
each other.
I would agree.
Just because the Druid and the Shaman both do very well against the Warrior,
Hmm.
and I'm assuming it's Freeze Mage because that's what we saw out of Reynad last time. It could be the mech deck,
Yeah,
but
that's true. Out of Reynad specifically, we saw Freeze rather than Mech. But Tempostone has played Mech Mage when it
yeah,
wasn't Reynad playing it.
I think Sleepy Shaman would rather see Freeze than mech.
Oh, for sure. Well,
Black
this
Knight.
is lethal here with the double
Yeah.
Savage Roar. That Savage Roar top deck gives him more than enough damage.
At least it didn't last too long.
No, I
'Cause
mean
that was
this.
a stomp.
Yeah, this was gonna end. This was gonna end in Sleepy Shaman's favor sooner or later, and it happened sooner. So that's it.
Reynad's gonna, yeah, Reynad better try and take notes of how do I draw Wild Growth better? How
Yeah,
do I draw Ancient of Lore better?
he really learned a lot in that matchup about how to play it.
But that's
So
just how that matchup goes.
yeah, now he's got Mage and Warrior, and if that's Freeze, that could be problematic because this Druid deck is pretty good against Freeze and Control Warrior.
But if it is Mech Mage, then he just picks
Yeah,
that for
then
sure.
you just pick the Mech Mage.
That has a very favorable matchup against Druid because the
Yeah,
mirror entities are really hard to deal with. But we did
these
see
are
the
good.
Kazan Mystic.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be an important card. But even just a strong start from the Mech Mage without the secrets like Drew, it's tough for Drew to come back on the board.
Yeah,
So Mech Mage for sure if he has it. If he doesn't, I think I'd still be tempted to go Freeze Mage
yeah, before
rather
Warrior.
than Warrior.
You just want your Warrior to match up against his Rogue.
Yeah, yeah. That's probably the best matchup he has going for him left. And he is going to pick the Warrior.
On the bright side, he does have a Bomb Lobber, which he should keep in his hand, and he did.
Yeah, yeah.
That is the best card that you could have against Druid.
Yep.
It just punishes Shade so hard.
Which
If you
is
kill a
often a
Shade like that,
problematic card for a Control
yeah,
Warrior.
that could just be a huge tempo swing.
Yep. Don't see
So
one in
Sleepy
his hand.
Shaman
Yeah.
gonna draw the Wild Growth again
Yeah.
because he's a good player.
He's curving out. He's got a 4, albeit it's a Kazan Mystic, but he's got a 4 or 5 and then coin into Ancient Lore. That's pretty much as good as you can hope for. And Reynad not quite drawing the cards he wants to see. All of his 6 and 7 mana cards.
It's almost like a Shredder, right? You just pretend
Almost.
that you got a 1/1, or yeah,
You pretend, he silenced it or something. I don't know. You just pretend. You just pretend that it's better than it actually is. That's the key here.
oh, that's the other thing. If he did pick Freeze Mage, that
Hmm.
would have been a big card that he wanted to
Yeah,
avoid.
he did see it last game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So,
I think that
but I
makes me
mean,
think it
at
is
this
Freeze
point,
Mage.
at this point, don't you think they got Mystic in all their decks? Like,
Maybe.
yeah, you're gonna avoid it in the Druid game, but like, the next deck's probably got a Mystic as well. Maybe not the Rogue, but the Shaman probably has a Mystic.
Yeah, I'm not convinced about the Kazan Mystic, but I think out of all the classes to have it in, Druid would definitely
Yeah,
be the first one that I put it
Druid,
in, just
Druid likes
because
the
of
tech
how
cards.
hard Mirror Entity beats them.
Yeah,
So we're definitely gonna see a coin lore.
yeah, for sure. This is what it's. And now he's got the other lore too. He drew both lores in both games. In
Uh,
matchups where they're really, really good. They're like, I mean, it's always a really good card, but sometimes it's too slow. But against Control Warrior, it's one of your better cards.
so Reynad's just gonna fight for board as best as he can.
Yeah.
Usually Warrior at this point of the game has to start to take an aggressive stance just because the Druid's just going to put up too much pressure over time because they're just going to refill their hands with the lures. And they
Hmm.
just have a bunch of mid-range creatures that the Warrior just doesn't have a lot of
Yeah,
answers to.
the warrior's not well equipped for mid range, dealing with a ton of mid range sized minions. It's good against aggro. Very good aggro removal cards. Very good control removal with the executes and the shield slams. But in the middle, they kind of got to rely on weapons, and against Druid, your life total is way too important. Well,
Just going to decide to
yeah,
clear up some armor here.
not gonna go for the second lore this turn. Opting for the hero power on the one attack on the 1 HP minion.
I'm surprised he decided to go face.
Yeah,
I would have made that trade.
I guess he feels like that's up to Reynad. The Druid's the more aggressive deck here. He's the
Yeah.
beatdown. And if Reynad ends up making that attack, he got in 5 points of damage that he otherwise wouldn't have. So,
Yeah, which is strange because with these hands, I really thought the roles would reverse and Drew would start playing control and Warrior would have to go aggressive, but that trade means that he's still pretty confident in being the aggressor here.
yeah. And I mean that back to what I was saying. That's another reason why Bomb Lobber is so good in Control Warrior because it gives you something to deal with the mid-range minions like 4 health.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that
You
card in
know,
Warrior.
if you don't have your death spites, it can be tricky, and the Bomb Lobbers really help.
We just got to see the rare moment where you have Doctor Boom on 7 and you actually don't get
And
to play
didn't
it.
play it. I don't
It's
think it would have
painful.
been a bad play. I thought he was gonna
Yeah.
just trade the 5/5s and play it, but I mean this is okay too. Now, if Sleepy Shaman were to get down a Druid of the Claw here, those are beasts now. So he could protect the Scavenging Hyena, and then when he would kill the Druid of the Claw first, it would get buffed up.
I'm glad you considered this because I would have never thought of that in a
I
million
only
years.
know that happened because it had like that situation happened to me. I had a Shredder down. I played a Druid of the Claw against it, and my opponent killed my Shredder first with like a spell, got Hyena,
Yeah.
then he killed my Druid of the Claw, and it got buffed, and he immediately conceded.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I was confused. I was just as confused the first time around as well. But that is an interaction, Be shrewd. It's a thing.
And it's pretty OP.
Yeah.
So combo not lethal here.
Not lethal. Not yet.
32.
Reynad's done a pretty good job keeping his life total like pretty high.
Yeah.
36, pretty good at this point in the game. But Drew's not running out of like cards anytime soon. The pressure's gonna keep coming.
Well, he's gonna part ways with
Okay.
this keeper, which is gonna end up getting punished by the Sylvanas.
Yeah. I mean, what is he? You just use the battle cry on a boombot? Like
Yeah, I don't like
that's
that.
not really worth it.
That's one of the ways you could just lose this matchup is if you don't have an answer for Sylvanas.
Like I don't know why he feels the need to make this play. Oh, okay.
I think
I
he
mean,
just wants
Sylvanas
to.
isn't that great against this board, but like you are just losing a silence. You only have so many
Yeah.
silences in your deck.
I think he wanted to fill up the board with a small amount of minions so he could scenarios them next turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. And then Sylvanas is going to be a lot better. But I mean, he might
Yeah.
just be dead at that point. So, uh, Reynad hoping for the best here with this bomb lobber, and he hoped for the best, but he got the word, and he is not impressed at all.
The difference between that and the 2-2,
Yeah,
not a
that
big
was like
deal.
next to nothing. It was either the BGH or it was one of the other ones. I mean,
Yeah.
the death
The only
spite,
difference, yeah, the best bite.
yeah, maybe it matters. I mean, probably not.
You
This
play scenarios
This is
here?
a
Or do you play
Scenarius
more?
turn. This is so good. Scenarius is going to be really good against the Death Spite here. You have to
Hmm.
attack into one of the trees, which is not something he's going to. It's not a target he really wants to hit with it.
Yeah, and then if the Sylvanas comes out, he's probably just going to play one of the Force of Natures and hope that it steals one of the 2-2s.
Yeah. No. Okay, he's removing the minion. Using the Innervate for the hero power, essentially, to remove that 3/1. It's not bad. Preserves one of his strengths. And still has good plays here, though.
Yeah, probably going to see just Shredder Sylvanas come out.
Yeah. That's what I would think.
The question though is, does he take out a 2/2 here? I don't know.
I don't think you need to make this attack. You're not dead to combo, I don't believe. It'd be 14, 18, 22, 20. No, he wouldn't be dead to combo. Okay, he's gonna value
He's gonna
clear.
decide
He's
for it.
just gonna continue fighting for the board as aggressively as he can. Playing the Sylvanas and the Shredder. Seems reasonable.
I think you just definitely force a nature here.
Think so.
Yep.
You can just attack in to the Sylvanas with the scenarios.
And hope it takes the 2/2.
I mean, if it takes the
And then
2/1, you hero power, and if it takes the scenarios, you trade and play the lore.
yeah, I like that actually.
That's I wouldn't play the lore first, I don't think. But yeah, since he used his Keeper of the Grove, so aggressively, I think getting away with the Sylvanas only taking that wouldn't be that bad, but he's going to play the lore first.
I think that was the biggest reason for Reynad not to hit, because it made Sylvanas a whole lot easier to deal with if he chose to.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if it was 5-8 and 2/2s, it would have still been really awkward for him.
This is... That's Savage Roar. That's not how you want to use Savage Roar. What?
I don't quite understand it.
No. I guess he just didn't see the play that I was talking about, because I think if he saw that, I think he would have realized that was quite a bit better than what he just did.
Yeah.
I mean, the Shredder would still be up, but I don't know. Getting away with Sylvanas only taking one of those two minions in that case, and you have an easy way to clear either one, that's not bad.
It's just crazy that he just
Yeah,
parted ways with that Saboteur so willingly.
Okay. And now, now Sylvanas gets a 5/5. Much more value than it would have otherwise.
That's got to be a misplay.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any justice. Probably not,
He's Dr.
because of
Bone.
how much better his hand is.
Yeah, he's got...
So he probably could have taken any line of play.
Guess. He can go the distance here. And Reynad, he's going to need his legendaries to be coming off the top here.
Maybe it's just part of the Hearthstone culture for the Asian meta, where you just do the play that makes the least sense, so then your opponent underestimates you for the rest of the game, right?
It could be. Could be. Mind games, man. But yeah, even putting the owl down, he knows. He's just all in here. He's going to try and win with board control.
If only Warrior could have Force.
Yeah, could have Savage Roar or something. But yeah, that's not going to be the case.
He needs his next two draws to be Death Spite, Gromash.
Yeah, I would say those are his best two in succession. I think you should silence that and then attack in. Yeah, no, he's going for the damn. Okay. Gonna get rewarded.
It's not too bad.
By getting a 1 HP minion. What if that was like a 2/3 or something, though? That would not die this turn. It would just attack into the Dr. Boom.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it's gonna pay off for him here. You can afford to... I guess maybe if he wants to play low sub, he won't hero power, but I think you just hero power the 2/1 and go with the Shredder. Yeah, this is fine. You want to keep that 1/1 around, even though you just used a Savage Roar. You do have another one in your deck.
It's a little bit weaker to brawl.
A little bit. Reynad's top decking.
Yeah, a brawl top. Oh, that's a Death Spite.
First half.
Dreams.
Okay.
Man. Dreams.
If Sleepy Shaman had combo, how much damage would it do? That's what Reynad's got to think. 14, 20, 23, 32, 36? That actually wouldn't be enough.
I don't even
I've
believe
done
it.
that right. 14, 20, 23, 32. Yeah, 30. Yeah. Surprised he makes that attack. Well, I guess either way, Grom here is lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
I really want to see Gromash off the top just to punish the whatever
Savage Roar
that
play. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. I haven't been too impressed with the lines of plays that he has chosen.
Yeah. Killed the 5/5. Thinking about using a Force of Nature. This is okay. The odds of you getting both out of your hand is pretty unlikely.
I think you do this and Lothub. Just get that Innervate out of your hand. It's not going to be that useful.
he's gonna give up his 1/1 for 1 extra point of damage. I guess he's like the 1/1's gonna die to
But
the
plays
Despite.
around Brawl.
Does play around Brawl. That's true. Okay. It's reasonable.
Even though it would be 10 mana here.
Would be 10 mana and wouldn't have to come off the top of the deck. But it does die to Despite. So, oh, Acolyte of Pain.
I think you don't hit here.
Nah, he's gonna want to draw
Right?
a card. If it was anything other than Acolyte, or like Grom, I don't think you hit, but he
You
wants
can't
to
even
get 2
cycle
draws.
that. Both of them.
Oh, man.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily right, though. I think maybe just waiting for Gamache might have been better. Obviously wouldn't have worked out because we see it wasn't the next
Yeah,
card, but
and he's running out of time. I think, well, I don't know. Whoa!
Trogzor.
Trogzor.
Did we see? We did see Doctor
Trogzor.
Boom, so he's gonna
Yep.
be running 2/7 drops
I
in his
can't.
Royals.
Yeah, I can't imagine Baron Giddens in there too. I don't think all three of those would be that great.
I think Trogzor is a very weird card to have in Warrior.
Yeah.
I think Trogzor makes a whole lot more sense in a deck like Druid where you could innervate it out, because that's probably the best innervate target you could actually get out.
Hmm.
Because the way they get back on board after an innervate is spells, and you can't use spells against Trogzor.
And you're not often using spells like against a warrior. It's not like the warrior is gonna have the board.
Yeah,
Like they're just gonna trade into it. Like this is, he's just gonna attack his minions in, and he's fine with that.
it's definitely an odd card to have in
Yeah.
Warrior. I think the legendaries you have in Warrior need to have like immediate impact. That's why I'm not.
I mean, just compare. Imagine what Doctor Boom would have done there.
Yeah.
Doctor Boom would have been insane.
A lot of people are
Trogzor,
on Sneed's Shredder, but I think that's a little bit too slow.
yeah, that's like a different variant. You're on like KT, and that one's
Yeah,
kind of more about the board. If you're gonna
It's
play
sort
those
of
cards.
that deck is like designed to just dodge BGH.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if only his Force of Nature didn't cost 11 mana, Sleepy Shaman would be able to end the game here. But
Not gonna matter too much.
no, it doesn't look like anything. Or like I guess he needs not even a brawl, because then the Force of Nature is just gonna kill him on the next turn. Yeah, I don't think there's any way out here for Reynad. And this is
I
how this
swear.
matchup usually goes.
Yeah. Druid really does have the most 3-0s in tournaments.
Hmm.
If they get
Yeah.
that draw with
He-
Innervates, Wild Growths,
Yeah.
Lures,
He's got the
It's
wild
just-
growth both games so
Druid-
far.
Druid has the most potential for just the sick draws.
Yeah. Yeah, this is it. Maybe like an MC tech or something? Acolyte of Pain. Doesn't have a way to draw off it this turn.
Well, Reynad's down 0-2. He's
Yeah.
gonna have to rely on this mage, whatever the deck may
Almost
be.
certainly
for
a
you.
freeze. I can't imagine
That's my
him not
guess.
picking mech,
Yeah.
even with the Mystic in the Druid list.
Yeah.
It's still much better. Like, the Mystic's a one of, He might not even draw it. It's just that the Warrior, almost no matter what the Druid draw is at a disadvantage. So, yeah, I'd have to think this is a freeze mage, we're going to say.
Are you ready to see a Druid with an ice block?
I guess I'm ready. I don't know if Reynad's ready. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle it. And yeah,
Alright,
it
so
is. It is
Our
freeze,
predictions were correct.
unsurprisingly. You didn't get the wild growth. There's hope.
I think you forgot how to play this deck,
Yeah,
man.
I don't know. He looked so good the first 2 games, and now, I don't know. I don't know what this is about. But yeah, we're gonna see the Scientist.
Yeah.
Really, really good card.
If you have the choice of either...
Oh!
Oh, man.
There it is. I knew he had
I
it in
didn't
him.
forget.
I knew he had it in him.
If you have the choice of either coining out Mad Scientist or Loot Hoarder and Freeze Mage, you pick the Mad Scientist
Yeah.
every single time.
Yes, 100%. You want to get your secrets out of your deck before you start drawing cards. And against Druid, if he didn't have the wild growth there, he'd just be able to hero power. But against any class, you want the Scientist down first.
So what does he silence here? I think you silence the Loot Hoarder because he's going to get the secrets at one point or another.
Hmm.
Or you just deal 2 damage to the Loot Hoarder or the Mad Scientist.
Yeah, I was just thinking about dealing too.
Yeah, I like the 2 damage much better than silence.
But I actually, I don't know if you want to use the Keeper of the Grove here. It's really one of the most important cards.
Yeah, you take something out of the frozen state.
Yeah, and just kills a not kills a Doomsayer, but it silences a Doomsayer, so it doesn't clear your board.
So we opted for the silence on the loot order.
Yeah,
Not going to matter too much
I
because we
I
know that Reynad's
really
hand
I think
is
I might
not
have
going to
gone
be
Wrath
silent.
Hero Power on that last turn,
Yeah, I would have liked that.
cause I don't know. I mean, I guess you're not gonna get a big board anytime soon with a hand looking like this, but it's one of the reasons why Druid's really good in this matchup. It has access to silences. Every Druid's gonna run 2 silences, which is important.
Druid not putting on a ton of pressure here, so that's a good
Yeah,
thing
despite the
for
wild
Reynad.
growth, he is gonna have a 6 and a 7, but this is overall still a pretty slow start. Okay, really protecting his life total.
Wow.
Okay, I like this.
It's going
I
to buy him
like
some
this a
time.
lot. Yeah, there's really nothing here that punishes us except second keeper, I guess. And if he's
So
playing second keeper on turn 6, that's fine.
yeah, he's just going to cycle the Wrath in here, power
Yeah,
face here.
yeah.
Unless he decides that he wants to keep that Wrath, but I doubt it.
It's not
I
what
think
you
with the
want
hand that
to wrath.
yeah, with the hand that you have, you just want more threats in
You
here.
want your minions.
You want to put on way more pressure than you currently are.
Ooh,
Wow.
I guess. I don't know. You have 2 mana.
I feel like you're just going to float a mana next turn.
Yeah, but it'll get the scenarios a turn earlier.
Yeah, that's true.
Now Reynad can like acolyte ping here without taking a bunch of damage to his face. You know, the board is clear for it. It definitely wouldn't play the secret in ping.
Yeah. I think,
Oh
wow.
man. Okay, okay. He, he's going for this.
Oh, 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 oh. I know why you played the secret. To play around Kazan Mystic, man.
Oh, okay, okay. Get that out of your hand as soon as possible.
And the
Well,
Doomsaber just going to be plopped down to buy him some time.
yeah. I mean, this is the one problem with that. Is that if
Oh,
you
yeah.
play
Just hero
Doomsayer, he's
power
not going to
first.
play a minion.
Yeah, it
And
actually doesn't play around the Kazan
yeah,
Mystic.
because Druid, you know, with the hero power, can just pop the barrier whenever they want. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's okay. You're still slowing the Druid down. You have your Alexstrasza. Like, you're getting to your Alexstrasza turn without taking as much damage.
Yeah.
So, it's not that bad. He just needs to burn after Alexstrasza. And he also needs to start removing this armor, because the Alexstrasza is not going to affect that.
Just going to keep
Yeah,
getting
he
that
wants to get
Acolyte.
3 off that. I think he's looking for something. Well, no, Blizzard wouldn't be able to play it. Yeah, and now that Frostnova comes into the hand, and it's just not that good with both Doomsayers gone.
That's why I'm surprised. I understand the first Doomsayer, but I think you got to just keep that second
Yeah,
Doomsayer.
you've seen a silence too.
Yeah,
You've
that's what I was
seen a
about to say.
keeper. Yeah, he's just gonna use it as a heal card, which is fine.
But Druid has other ways to deal with the Frost Nova Doomsayer. They could sometimes just force
Yeah,
hero
force
power.
hero power is one way.
That's
Wrath
assuming they have
swipe.
room on the board.
Yeah, that's the other
Yeah.
thing. Druid tends to just keep flooding. If you keep freezing them over and over again, they could run out of room. Especially with scenarios followed up by Doctor Boom.
Yeah,
That's a
but if
lot
he
of minions.
blizzards,
What?
Doctor Booms and the 2/2s will die.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Blizzard's coming down here for sure.
Reynad just looking for his burn. He's got the
He
Alexstrasza.
already used the Frostbolt, so this Ice Lance is gonna have a hard time getting activated. He's gonna need the second Frostbolt, or I guess the second Ice Lance, but that's not pretty. We're gonna use them both for 4 damage combined.
On the bright side, this sets up for the perfect Flame
Yeah, this
Strike.
Flame Strike's really nice.
Nothing that Sleepy Shaman could play here survives it,
Wow. Well, he's got double combo.
but no Innervate.
No Innervate. I mean, but he's got both forces. If that barrier was enough, he could just go one combo into the other combo and pop the block. I don't think that's very
But
good.
even if that happened, then he just Alexstrasza
Yeah, then
himself.
and uh, the Druid will have no pressure on board because they used their 2 turns on comboing. So yeah, all in all, it's not a particularly good play.
Although Reynad doesn't have the finisher yet, he still is just in a great position just because the Flame Strike's going to come down for sure, and that's going to stop a whole lot of pressure. He's just buying himself time.
Sleepy Shaman. Is he like trying to figure out if Reynad's bluffing a Flame Strike or what? I mean,
I think you play the Black Knight in hero power.
maybe. I guess. I
Because
think you
that's
definitely want to pop this barrier. You want your Mystic to get a. Yeah, you're gonna attack
alright.
base. You pop the
This is a good
barrier.
read.
He's just passing. Okay, saving himself a minion that would have just got caught in the AOE.
This is the better play knowing Reynad's hand, so
Yeah, yeah.
he gets rewarded for making the better read.
And it might seem like obvious, like when he makes that play. Oh, obviously his Flame Strike. He put all his minions to 4 HP. But like you do that whether you have it or not, because you want your opponents to think you have the Flame Strike.
Yeah.
So this time he actually does have it. Sylvanas coming down. Doesn't need to worry about a Doomsayer, like getting like his Sylvanas stealing Reynad's Doomsayer.
Yeah.
This is none left. Oh man, and this armor is just building up for the Druid. All the way up to 5. This is a lot.
Second Flame Strike coming in. I don't think
Yeah.
that's going to be played this turn.
No, I wouldn't think so.
I guess it's just Acolyte Ping.
I like the Alex Rod
Oh,
here.
alright.
He's gonna Lance. Yeah, I like using the Ice Lance like this. You've already used the
Definitely going to
Frostbolt.
protect
No, it's gonna die. But I
Yeah,
still think
yeah.
this is the right play.
It's definitely the chance of protecting it, is what I
Whoa,
meant.
whoa, whoa. Okay, he's not gonna combo here. I guess.
Is that Wrath for 1?
Yeah, that is a Wrath for 1. Draws into a Shade.
Well,
Reasonable
Freeze
play.
Mage has no real ways to get through the Sludge Belcher,
Yeah,
so I think it's fine.
that's
And he just
true.
wants to keep it healthy to steal it.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
I like
the
it.
Belcher
Oh,
the Belcher off the top
Fire
was a good
Blast.
draw.
That's going to come down this turn.
You think so?
Yes. If you could Pyroblast and not be dead, you do it.
Yeah. He just can't follow it up though.
I don't think that's a problem. Drew doesn't have anything that punishes it. You just get that damage out of the way. It's usually really awkward
Yeah, that's
for
true. You're
them to
gonna
have
have a
that thing on
turn where you
turn.
just play Pyro, and that's your turn, and you don't want to be dead. Okay, he's gonna opt to not do it. I mean, the alternative to that is that you use it as your finisher, and then it doesn't matter if you're dead the next turn because your opponent's dead.
Yeah.
So it looks like that's the type of thing he's going for.
Because even if your block somehow gets popped next turn, you just go Tinnitus Secret and then have the second Fireball.
Yeah, because he can't heal and pop your block. You know, he can't do like
Yes.
all these things in one turn. Oh man, he's fighting. He's fighting through this Sludge Belcher. That seems crazy to me. That really
Yep.
does seem crazy
Yeah.
to me. You're just gonna Flame Strike
Sure.
next turn, aren't you? I feel like you're almost definitely gonna Flame Strike next turn. If you leave the Sludge Belcher up, you're not gonna Flame Strike now. But I don't know. I think he's just missing out on 6 that could have gone to the face.
Very odd play.
Yeah.
I wonder what he had in mind.
I think he
I
had.
can't even think of
Yeah,
anything.
there's no way
That,
that Alex Strauss was like ever gonna go face. You know, like I think that's kind of what he was doing. He's like, if I get this minion out of the way, maybe my Alex sticks around, I get 8 to the face. But I don't know. There's no way. There's no
this
way.
maybe just to get Sylvanas out of the way for Antonitis to connect.
Yeah, that could be. But why not just Flame Strike next turn? The Sylvanas, like I don't know. I don't think he. I don't know.
Do you combo this or do you just play Lotheb? Because if you play Lotheb, this damage will connect just to 5/7. I don't think you could let that happen. That's why I think the play is the combo.
I think he combo too. Even to give him 1 extra fireball and allowing the 5 to the face, as you said.
Yeah.
That's just too much. It's not necessary when you have a play like this. He's gonna choose to attack the Acolyte and just wants to cycle it. I guess it's okay. Oh man, the Ancient Lore coming into the hand, that's a really important card. Especially with how much burn Reynad is used on minions. This is it. And is he screwed? He is screwed.
No keys
He's
on
screwed
top
by
deck.
1 point of damage if Sleepy Shaman goes heal into hero power.
Yeah, that's all knows Frostbolt, Ice Lance,
Fireball. It'll
Fireball
do
is just gonna be a
16.
whole bunch of damage.
It'll do
16.
16. But Sleepy Shaman can get himself to 17.
Oh,
And yeah, he can get himself to
you're right.
17.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I don't know what burn is left. I think it's just one fireball.
No. Oh wait, yeah, that
That
Fireball's
that's
from
an
Antonidas, right?
Antonidas one.
Yeah.
I think it's just one fireball. So he's
Mike
gonna
can
need to
use.
draw that really soon.
Yeah. You should have had golden Antonidas so I wouldn't get confused.
Or golden fireballs. One way or
That's
the
true.
other. You gotta differentiate them.
For our sake, man.
Yeah. Just common courtesy, really.
Well, Lothab definitely stops the bullshit. And
Oh
there's the
man.
other. Well, you definitely use a Fireball here. Just go straight to the dome.
Yeah, right? Like,
Sets up for lethal.
no, no,
What?
no, 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 no. Why? What
Did
does that
Reynad, for-
do?
Did Reynad forget that he has to kill his opponent at some point?
What? He's not playing fatigue mage. What was that? He had like
Uh,
what does he lose to next turn? The Lotheb is gone.
what is that stop?
Yeah, he can only like who cares if your block gets popped? The Lotheb's gone. He can only heal for 5 plus the hero power, 6 damage, six health,
And Sleepy
and
Shaman
that's
makes
it. He's dead. If he
green.
heals for 6 next turn, you just win.
Yeah.
Oh, he just emoted something. I think he's out of damage. He's got all the damage left in his hand right now,
Yeah.
and he's never
You
gonna
know,
get there.
did you notice that Sleepy Shaman decided to heal over popping the block?
That's a good play.
Yeah, saved him the
I mean,
game.
he's keeping track of these burn spells, I'm sure, and he knows there's not much left. This pin's got to go to the face, yeah. But a minion, oh man, to add insult to injury. I mean, I guess he doesn't need to heal. He should know that these 3 burn spells are the only ones left. Thalmos is left. The maximum amount of damage he can do in a turn is
Oh,
60.
whoa, whoa, whoa! He's setting up for the fatigue, so
Oh,
he
well, this is
dies.
also lethal. You know, who
It's
cares? Who cares about healing?
Sleepy Shaman played that so well.
He played it well, but I still think he should have lost.
Yeah, Reynad
Reynad through.
just not going to
Fire,
face when he needs to.
fireballing that Lothab lost him the game. It was like other than a Kazan Mystic top deck, he wasn't dead to anything. Like that was a 1 in however many cards Druid had, and it was like half the deck at least.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have lethal.
So I think Reynad had opportunities there,
Yeah,
and maybe if he wins that one, he maybe brings the whole thing back.
yeah.
But
That freeze mage, rogue reasonable matchup, and
Shaman,
Shaman very good. Freeze mage is very good against Shaman.
yes.
So yeah, that deck could have 3-0'd if you that was going to be the toughest matchup, I think, and I think he could have got there if he played perfectly. So
Sad
going
to
down,
see. Yeah.
going down 1-0 in this series.